Hello. Have you ever looked at a desire and instantly the thought of the work needed to achieve anything remotely close, if at all, it just turns you off? The thought of the work required, combined with the fact you have options in the moment, turns you off from that quiet voice. You push its murmurs aside. A minute goes by where you could have acted. An hour. A day. You find months pass, years. Meanwhile, that urge, that little voice murmuring from your heart, it still echoes in the background. It's often the same reason as to why we end up cramming for exams when in truth a more steady approach from the beginning would have provided better results. Why we put off trips to the gym, some of us, it's why we don't start a martial art, why we don't start a project or endeavor, socialize. The list can go on, and the truth is, you feel it. You know what you're missing, where you want to start. In the initial step, it's not nearly as glorious as the grand vision, the goal, the result you had in your mind. It's as if the first step feels irrelevant. The irony is, nothing could be further from the truth, especially for that same reason, working towards a goal you envisioned for yourself. That is actually very easy. It's just a matter of showing up. And if you know why you're doing it, often you are called, you are pulled. Passion, it is a natural fruition when working towards something you believe in, something you have already showed up to time and time again. When you become enveloped in that flow, it actually becomes harder to not show up because you've become addicted to the euphoria evoked by its process. Starting though, there is no established passion pulling you. You are taking a risk. It might not work out. You have all these anxieties, all these thoughts of where to start, if you'd even do it right if you did. When you have a vision, when everything is clear, because you have already taken the risks and the steps by starting over and over again. It's easy. Feeling the glove compress against your fist as you smash the heavy bag, it's easy because your soul is called to it. You want to do it. Starting though, that's not what everyone can do. That's where the majority of us end up stifled. Test it for yourself. Simple. A pen and paper. Draw something. The first few strokes of where to begin, whether you should even begin by grabbing the pen and paper to begin with. That's the hard part. Picking those two things up is the hard part. But once you start doing, a natural fruition of your vision comes forward. Caught up in a flow, it starts happening by itself. The same is with a painting, a castle. It's the same with the vision you wish for yourself. The goal you've always wanted. It's always been the first stroke, the second, the third, showing up. And as you show up, each stroke of the brush, it just starts happening. You feel that hard part fade, and eventually, it just becomes easy. A euphoric flow. You can't help but follow through. If you can start, you can finish. Know you can finish, because that first break is where it all begins. When you step up to the plate, whether you hit or miss, you've already achieved the most important part.